Good morning and welcome to Sunday morning's meditation here at KPC. Happy to have you here in the room with us and also online. Hello. And we're going to start this morning with some opening prayers. We're going to do the 7-line prayer 3 times together to begin. Orgen yogi nu chamsam pemage sarompola yasan shogi nu drubne pemajungne shesudra koryu kandrom mambokor keki jesudang drupki jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Orgen Yogi Nucham Sam Pemage Sadompola Yasan Shogi Nudrubne Pemajungne Shesudra Koryu Kandrom Mambokor Keki Jesudang Drupki Jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Orgen yogi nuncham sam Pemage sadompola Yasan shogi nundrumne Pemajungne shesudra Koryu kandrom mambokur Keki jesudag drupki Jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum. So let's take a moment this morning to remember why we're here today and remember our motivation for being here today. And generate our compassionate intention for this practice. Whenever we begin an activity, we generate compassion for all sentient beings by establishing a pure motivation. And so especially when we sit down to meditate or listen to a Dharma talk or read a Dharma book, we start with creating the proper motivation, and that motivation then directs our actions. So it's very important to develop that proper motivation. So let's take a minute to develop that, or generate that compassion in our mind. That whatever we learn today, or whatever virtue or benefit that comes from our practice today, whatever spaciousness we create in our mind, that we dedicate that to the immeasurable benefit for all beings and for ourselves as well. So let's just take a minute to do that. So the meditation we're doing today, like what we do every week here, is shamatha meditation. And the text that we are working from today is Jetsama's Stabilizing the Mind book. So when we talk about meditation, it's getting very popular these days. Everyone seems to be trying to do it at least. So what's the benefit? Meditation is truly the natural state of mind when it's relaxed, when it's stable and open, yet also awake and alert and wakeful. So the whole point of meditation is to create more spaciousness in our mind, and we can really think with these modern times, how needed that is, because our minds tend to be very busy, jumping from one thing to the next, and it's truly a gift to give our mind moments to rest, to truly rest. It's hard to come by. I know that for me personally in my life, and when I talk to others, it's really hard to come by. We're busy. We're again, always thinking of the next thing, or kind of self-evaluating our life in every moment. Oh, this was good, this was bad, this was, so just the same way that we maintain our health, or we, work out to stay strong, stay fit, really giving our mind the chance to rest is so important. And this also just has immeasurable benefit in how we react to life, how we deal with our emotions, how we, create that pause and that space before all of our habits come in and take over. So, and it's the first step in developing bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all beings from suffering. So we're going to take a comfortable seat. So we're seated here in the room, but if you're online and it feels more comfortable to sit on a chair, that's great too. So the main point is to keep our spine straight. So as long as our back is straight and we're, not hunched over, then you're good. So we're going to keep, again, our back straight, our shoulders back. So again, we don't want to be turned in on ourselves like this. And our elbows out. And then we'll just lightly put our hands in our lap with our right hand over our left, like this. Or if you're in a chair, if this is more comfortable, with your hands on your thighs like this. And then we're just relaxing our eyes and gazing downward to the floor, like we have a line from the bridge of our nose down to the floor, and then picking a space to rest our gaze, or picking a point to rest our gaze on that line. And then everything is relaxed, and we are also putting the tip of our tongue on right behind our front teeth, so the mouth is kind of open just a little bit and relaxed. And as best we can, we're breathing normally. When we're first beginning this, it can, maybe our breath seems maybe forced a little bit. But again, we're just kind of trying to breathe as naturally and at our own natural breathing pace. So we're allowing ourselves to completely relax and sink into this position. So again, like if you're feeling any tension, maybe your shoulders are up, or we feel tight, like this is not a rigid, meditation is not a rigid thing, like, oh, I must get this right position. And it's very much about relaxing and breathing into the position so that our body can support the relaxation of our mind. So the relaxation and, calm openness of our body can support our meditation. So we're putting a very gossamer thin attention on our breath, and we are, our attention is like a feather gently riding the surface of the breath. And thoughts might pop up, which they do, that's the nature of our mind. We're going to just let the thoughts just pop like they're bubbling up on the surface of a pond, and we just let the thought pop. We don't have to go down the road with it. Our motivation isn't lost by having a thought, but then, going down the road with it, inspecting it. Oh, is that a good thought? Is it a bad thought? Oh no, now I lost my meditation, blah, 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 blah. All these ways we judge our experience. And if we find it very difficult to kind of get rid of these thoughts, we can use visualization to help guide us through the process by, we can cut our thoughts with the scissors, or pick our thoughts up with like a tong and throw them out. So whatever works for you, it's just a matter of seeing how we can create more and more spaciousness. So we're going to start with 5 minutes today. And again, if you're at home or you're watching online, if this is your first time doing meditation on your own time, you might even want to try a minute, 2 minutes, even 30 seconds. So we increase our time the more consistently we do this, and it becomes easier to do. But we're just going to start where we're at, and then today we're going to do 2 sessions, and we'll do a short one now, and then a longer one to finish. So Atira, who teaches classes on Saturdays, did 2 sessions, and I was like, I'm going to try that today too. So I like to switch it up each time a little bit. All right, so let's start now. Set my timer. Here we go, 5 minutes. You need to stretch or grab some water. So again, the point of meditation is really to create more space in our mind, so that the mind in life isn't controlling us and controlling every experience. We're actually controlling or able to approach all situations again with less reactivity, with more of a calm and stable mind. And it really impacts every aspect of our life so positively when we start to do meditation on a regular basis. And again, life is very busy, but we can choose moments in time, even throughout our day, even when we're walking, if we have our mind focusing on our breath, we can do walking meditation. We can, as we're sitting and waiting at, waiting, let's say at a doctor's office, we're sitting there, or, any moment that you can just really sink into the breath and letting all the thoughts really melt away. And again, when the thoughts come in, just like letting them fall away, letting them drop or dropping them. So we can practice this throughout the day. It doesn't always have to be the be-all, end-all. Like I'm sitting in my room, on my cushion, doing, I'm meditating. So it can really be a state of being all throughout our day. And we can bring that calm space in. Even when we're, around people, there's a lot of busyness, just checking in with our breath in any kind of situation. So we will do a longer session now. Let's see the time. We'll do 15 minutes. So again, returning back to the breath again and again. That is our guide throughout throughout our practice. And we're focusing on the breath, but also in your own time you can focus on a candle, the flame of a candle, or a flower, or a stone, or a picture of the Buddha or a statue. So, today we're focusing on the breath, but we can also take that idea of a single pointed concentration and focus it on an object like that as well. So if we want to, switch it up sometime, we might do that in this class too. Maybe I'll bring candles next time. Little tea lights. Okay. All right, so let's do 15 minutes. Okay. Oh, well, the gong went off. It went off, but there's no sound for some reason. There we go. So, as we continue our meditation practice throughout the week, and we try this on our own time, just remember, that we are not striving for, the perfect meditation session. So we might find ourselves feeling very distracted one day, one time we're sitting down, and the next day we're noticing our mind seems so much calmer. And then the next time we sit down, oh, I hope my mind's as calm as that one time and not like the other time. Whatever these, even very subtle thoughts we can have sometimes about, how we're comparing our mind from one moment to the next. It's really not the point of meditation. And the point is to just come back to it, return again and again to the practice and be consistent. So we're not trying to be perfect. We're not trying to be rigid about keeping thoughts out of our mind, So we're working with the natural state of the mind, which, has movement, has thoughts, and we're working with that to create a more stable, calm, relaxed, open state of being. So, so be kind to yourself and try to be non-judgmental of your thoughts, and also not following down the road with them and having to inspect every little thought and what it means. So, because that just creates more busyness in our mind. So, so just being consistent and knowing okay, I'm showing up, I'm doing it again, I'm trying again. And you will notice the changes throughout time. So you will notice that, again, you are able to meet life in a more relaxed, calm, and stable, open way, because we are, allowing our mind this time of rest and relaxation. And so with that, let's do our closing prayers on the back of our sheet here. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I've accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly, I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. And thank you for everyone online joining as well. I do want to mention that this month we have a meditation challenge happening online. So if you follow us on our social media platforms, we are posting videos, resources, guidance and tips on meditation practice and a few different types of meditation practice. Yesterday was Losar, which is considered the Lunar New Year. So we're doing this meditation challenge kind of, at the beginning of the Lunar New Year. And if you celebrated New Year's, a month ago and on January 1st, then this is kind of an opportunity to get back on the horse if you didn't follow through with your meditation resolutions. So get back on the horse, try again for lunar meditation, the beginning of the month, and check out all of our resources. And on Tara.org, we have Tara.org/meditate. We have all the resources there and a whole YouTube channel of resources. So thank Thank you so much. All right.